the T&Beaz Power Hour.
Ass tie. I mean, what?
Welcome to the T&Beaz Power Hour.
Power.
You don't have the echo thing. It doesn't work quite the same.
Oh.
Good afternoon. How are you, Bees?
Yeah.
I see you were going by Ghostly Bees on Twitter for quite a while.
Oh, the boobies?
Boobies, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. Ghostly.
Ghostly, yeah. That's what, you're trying to be spook. Spook,
Yeah, I
specter.
tried. And then I was just like, fuck it. Boobies works. Yes.
Boobies.
Boo. And then I got a little giggle. The 8-year-old in me got a giggle every time I said it. So
Of course. So it has been a hot minute. It has been
yeah, it's been.
almost a month, not a week, since the
Yeah.
last time we were on here again. We're making these things further and further between at the moment, which, unfortunate news for the audience, we'll be making it a bit further here again
Yeah,
soon.
I was about to say, surprise!
Surprise! So, what have you been up to in that time? Tell us a little bit about what's been going on. How have you been doing? How's the life? How's the wife? How's the endless driving
Was
you
I in
do?
the hospital last time we did this?
Yeah, when
Or
we
was
came back was right after you got out of the hospital.
Okay, so that's not new. Other than that, I've just been continuously dying,
Well,
but not dying.
that's kind of
So yeah.
life in a nutshell, I think, is just
Yeah.
an endless decline until you're in the grave.
Oh yeah. So right now, there's actually an active competition between me and my car to see who can die the fastest.
Which one of you is going to just degrade and fall over first?
Yeah. So far, it's neck and neck. I think.
What if the car is your Horcrux? What if it is your phylactery? If it goes, you go.
Shit. Or what if I can't remember what movie this is, but they like split themselves into a bunch of different pieces. Oh, like the one, like
The
Jet
one
Li's the
from
one.
Jet Li, yeah.
And then when the car dies, I become stronger.
There you go. It falls apart, and then suddenly you feel better.
So then here, let me ask this question, Ty. If you were in that situation and you found out that you could go kill other yous to become stronger, would you do that?
Well, first off, that would be the realization there were other me's out there. And I think all of us would have to get into a sob fest first, and just very upset at what the universe has done to all of us. And then suicide pact, but I would just out.
So you don't think any of the others would think that as at the same time?
All of them would. You know that.
It's like, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
And then we all just None of us are that dumb, nor are any of us that optimistic.
Yeah, my answer is yes. I would hunt them all because they would be hunting me.
I think all of mine would be too lazy to hunt each other. We have other things to do inside of the house. We don't have to go outside and do some sort of, who's got the time to hunt down your altars and travel across the dimensions? I mean, you gotta pay taxes and shit.
Shit, not if I'm gonna become a superhuman being.
I mean, that's true. I would love to have the ability to be greater than myself. But I don't know if I'd turn to murder to do it unless it was somebody who really deserved it. Can you say that you deserve it, Bees?
Yeah.
Yeah. I deserve to be murdered. Got it. By myself.
Only by myself.
Only by myself, though.
Only by myself. That's all.
I mean, you're doing that every single day anyways, eating all those, cinnamon rolls.
You keep saying that. I haven't had a cinnamon roll since the last time you got mad at me for having a cinnamon roll. All right?
Somebody who might have some of the same complications. Have you even bothered to try to do the diet thing? Have you bothered
Hell
to try
I haven't.
Well, then, yeah. You wonder why you feel like shit all the time and you're not willing to make changes to make yourself better.
Hold on. To be fair, I don't wonder why I feel like shit all the time. I know why I feel like shit all the time.
Hi, Sanctum.
Anna!
Yep. I know that I should go out and lift weights and do some cardio and exercise, but That's hard.
Yeah.
That
But
takes
then like you
time.
actually have to like follow through and do that shit. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
If it's involved in a piece of paper, or if it's like something I can do right here from my computer, I can do it forever. But if it's
Mm,
about my own self leaving the house and going and doing something I need to have done in order to survive, it's like pulling teeth. You know,
yeah.
screw that. Just straight up screw that.
Yep. To hell with it.
So for me, I have been just making art, planning and plotting, and preparing to murder all of my players, and the end of
So
season type
usual.
events. Yeah, the usual. I've been doing some one shots and getting some more underway. Friday, got another honeycomb sting. Can't wait to see how this one turns out.
Yeah.
We had the
I
one.
can't wait to see it either, because I'm gonna be there.
You'll be in it. And I've
Which,
got.
let me just say, sorry to cut you off,
Go ahead.
but my God, am I so happy to play games with you again.
It's been a hot minute. I think the last time
Yeah.
you played in Sparrows like
The
3 months
3
ago.
episodes of Finn?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
As editing, like you didn't think that that was a
Oh,
possibility.
like he has to admit it, Nora, come on.
I don't even have to try. I sometimes have to save you from yourselves.
Spoken like a true parent.
I mean, Bees, you don't have a lot to, you also imbibed in so many different altering chemicals that I have had to
Oh,
devise a rule that Brewsters can only have a certain amount of effects in place at once. Because not all of them can become Cthulhu monsters. That shit's hard to keep track of in the middle of well, you now have a tentacle, and you got an extra claw, and your face has got a mandible, and you got a dagger, and you got all that. You're just like,
but
okay, so what are you doing with all that?
Ty, to be fair, you wanted me to test that character out.
True. It is in beta. It is in beta.
Yeah.
So yes, going forward in the
So I
future,
had to go balls to the walls.
Brewsters will only be able to imbibe into, or anybody will only be able to be under the effect of 2 brews at once, and after that, it just becomes damage to yourself or to others. So
Nice.
you can bypass some of that with tolerance. So another use for tolerance,
So
but
what I'm hearing is that I should just start stacking like 15 fucking potions and just machine gun them at an enemy.
yeah, basically, they all just turn into horrible, degrading, damaging things that just yeah, destroy enemies over time. I mean, after the first 2 effects, really, do you think that most enemies are still gonna be standing anyways, as you're still hitting them with everything else? So,
Yeah, got a
they just
point.
become damage dealing items at that point. Um, right. So, I
Right.
guess everybody's here to, hear the news.
Sherry!
Big share. Thank you for the share there. Okay. First news of tonight. Man donated his body to science. Company sold $500 tickets to his dissection. The widow learns the dissection from a news reporter. So, a
Nice.
Louisiana widow was left horrified at the news that her deceased husband was dissected in front of a live paying audience after she donated his body to scientific research. This individual carried out the wishes of her late husband, who wanted his body donated to help advance medical science. According to the advocate, this individual was a World War II and Korean War veteran, died of COVID-19 on August 24th, at the age of 98.
Oof.
Donating his body was his last act of patriotism. But instead of being delivered to a research facility, it ended up at Marriott Hotel Ballroom in Portland, Oregon, where this individual held an Oddities and Curiosities Expo. On October 17th, members of the public sat ringside from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a break for lunch to watch this individual's body be carefully dissected. Tickets for the dissection sold up to $500 a person.
Woo.
So, thoughts?
Um, Anybody who truly believes in patriotism, ta-da! Um,
Yeah.
uh,
This individual was through so much in his life, lived to be 98. How many of us are probably ever going to make that number? And died to COVID and still, donated his body to medical science and then was put on display to be carved open just for people to watch. What the hell?
welcome to America.
Yeah, that morbid. Oh my gosh, that's awful. That is just awful.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I
So
mean, it doesn't surprise me, but it still sucks, yeah.
yeah, it's not surprising to me either. There's a
Mm.
bunch of nonsense that happens out there too. But you'd think that some of the family might have some inclination as to what's going to happen with your cadaver when you're done. You know, I've got a donor thing on my ID in case I die. I don't know who would want these fucked up organs, but they could still have them. But I would hope that if I passed, it'd be like, do you mind if we use these organs to save children, or would you like us to carve these organs out and send them to Jeff Bezos to juggle in front of a live audience because he's just that horrible? And
I'd be like, "Yo, can I get a proceed of that to go to, like, my family?"
I'd
"No."
be like,
"Alright,
no,
cool."
no, you cannot.
"No, you can't, but thanks for asking." "Alright, no problem." Yay.
All right. Well, next story. That's a little bit of horror right there. For after someone dies. New York woman charged with assault after she hit a train conductor in the face with a pumpkin. Oof. So New
Was
York
this
woman,
during spooky month?
I would assume so.
Then it's
So
okay.
yeah, that's the defining point right there. If this is during
Yeah.
spooky month, but pumpkins in the face are perfectly fine.
All it is written, Ty, that all pumpkin-related crimes are excused during spooky month.
All pumpkin related crimes. All
Is
right,
it.
fine. The New York woman was charged after she allegedly hit a Metro North train conductor with a pumpkin and punched her in the face. She was charged with 2 counts of assault in the second degree. The altercation occurred after she could not produce a ticket and was told to get off at the next stop, according to the district attorney. The woman was charged felony assault after she allegedly hit a Metro North Railroad conductor in the face with a pumpkin after she was told to get off the train because she didn't have a ticket. Why am I reading the same thing twice? Stupid article. You didn't do it right. Anyways, violent attacks on essential workers doing their jobs will not be tolerated. Metro North Railroad conductors, like all public facing employees, have a right to feel safe in the workplace, Roca said in a statement. So, where did you get the pumpkin from? That's a question I have. And why have you disappeared, Bees?
I was trying to, like, do entertainment shit, but no,
We don't
Snap Camera
entertain
doesn't wanna
people
work,
here. We
so
just
it
sit
can
here
eat
and
my
talk.
ass.
I mean, look, listen. Ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome to the
Like
T&Beaz Power Hour, everybody, where we sit around and just make you stare at our screen.
I
So,
w I was trying to, to do something cool, but it just all went to shit. So I'm sorry, guys. But um, I mean, it's a difficult one. It's a
well,
difficult one.
I'm pretty sure that if this was an "Am I the asshole?" it's the lady on the train. She didn't have a ticket.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Didn't have a ticket. Grabs grabs a pumpkin from the train and just proceeds to smash it over somebody's face, acting like Bond. Like they're gonna stay on the train at that point. They're gonna kick her off
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. Like you get hit a number of times, you're like, stop, stop, stop. Okay, you can stay on. Cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, enough
Yeah.
pumpkin bashes to the face to
Yeah.
change anyone's mind. That's how that works.
Why didn't you tell me you had a deadly pumpkin, ma'am? Come on, get right on.
Honestly, if someone threatened to beat me over the head with like a deadly pumpkin, I might be like, "Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry. I
Welcome
was wrong.
aboard.
I was wrong. You can
Can I
stay."
get you a drink?
Yeah. My life is not worth my job. There's not many
Oh,
jobs
hell no.
I could ever imagine being in where if I was threatened with bodily harm or my life, that I wouldn't just be like, "All right, fuck it. Here you go."
There's not many jobs out there where I would be threatened by damn near anything and just be like, "Well, looks like this is gonna have to happen." No, somebody's like, "Hey, I will literally throw a ball of paper at you." I'd be like, "Take the money in the safe. I don't give a shit. I don't
Yeah.
need it."
Is that your weapon? Are you robbing the place I'm working for? Yes. All right, well,
Yeah.
have fun.
Well,
I'll be
yeah.
over here with my hands up. You just do your thing and then take off, and good luck to you.
That's why I never understood in movies when, like, someone robs a bank or something and these guards are like, "Stop where you are!" And there's like 6 dudes with machine guns and you got a fucking pistol and you're like, "Stop! I'm gonna step all of you, and then gets lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
splat.
That dude's making like $12 an hour. Somebody comes in, we're robbing this place. I'm like,
I'm on a break. I don't know about you, but you got
you got a
10
problem
minutes.
here? Does it look like I'm gonna stop y'all? Just don't. All I ask is you don't shoot me. That's it. Go ahead, do your thing. I don't remember what anybody's face looks like because I'm drinking and I'm off the clock.
You're that guy in the movies. I love that guy in the movies.
They were like, shit, we can't get into the safe. 3224.
You can't say anything like that though. That makes you an accomplice. That's the shit that gets you taken out. They honestly, there is not actually a job other than in the military where
No.
you have to risk your life for your job. Even police. Police have no responsibility to engage during a hostile encounter and protect anybody else or to risk their own life. That is something that has been stated in court multiple times. If a police
Mm-hmm.
officer comes to a place where an active shooter is and decides to turn the fuck around and walk away because they are not going to get shot today, they can
Mm.
do that without repercussion.
Yeah.
There is no like this whole idea that what stops a bad guy with a gun, a good guy with a gun, a police officer that's going to come out there and know exactly how to react and
Yeah.
exactly what to do and take down that threat. They're just going to be like, wait till he's out of bullets, then we'll take him out.
Yeah. Yeah. The rest of y'all better dip, dive, duck, and dodge until he's out of ammo. Then we'll take care of it. But until then, tuck and roll, motherfucker. Tuck and roll.
When I was younger, I literally had a felon hunting me and my family, and
Jeez.
threatening severe harm, somebody that was known to have done it, all kinds of shit. And we went to the police multiple occasions. And they stated since the individual did not have an address, had no way to be reached, a warrant, or not a warrant, the restraining order wouldn't do anything to this individual. So they said, call us if he's there. And I'm like, you know how much can happen in the 5 to 10 minutes it takes for you to arrive?
Hello? Yes. Hi, you remember me from earlier? Oh yeah. We told you to call. Yeah, he's currently murdering us. Can
We're
you
dead now,
you
and
think
where
you
are
can
you?
make your way over at some point?
But you can't find that individual because he hasn't actually done it yet, even though he threatens and means it.
That's
So
stupid.
my family picked up and moved 3 times, as a matter of fact, trying to avoid this guy.
Jeez.
So without telling anybody where we went, jumping schools. I was in 4 different high
Mm-mm-mm.
schools. Yeah, that was some good stuff.
Jesus Christ. That's what. Let me not go down that tangent. We can fight the power real quick.
Yeah, there's some fucked up stuff out there. We don't need to focus
Mm.
on that. We're here to have a good time, not be
Good
real.
time.
This isn't the real hour. This is the power hour.
This is
All
a
right,
power hour.
next story. Heinz debuts the Mars Edition ketchup made with tomatoes grown in Mars conditions.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be ketchup with like Bezos's fucking ass hairs in
Yep.
it.
Our bottle's now shaped like a dick rocket.
Yeah, exactly. The bottle's a dick, and it's just got Bezos ass hairs in it. Get it now while supplies last.
We only have so many ass hairs from Bezos, you know? So, good news. Future Mars explorers, when humans set up camp on the red planet, they'll be able to flavor the foods with a Mars grown version of Earth's best selling red condiment. Heinz on Monday
Mm.
revealed its first bottle of Mars Edition ketchup. A sauce made from the same premium quality tomatoes as used in its popular Earth based edition was grown in the same harsh conditions as found on Mars. More than just a new label, the Mars Ready condiment is the product of 2 years of research conducted by a team of astrobiologists at Florida Institute of Technology's Aldrin Space Institute. We're so excited that our team of experts have been able to grow tomatoes in conditions found on another planet and share our creation with the world. Christina Kentz, Chief Growth Officer for Kraft Heinz International Zone, said in a statement. From analyzing the soil from Martian condition 2 years ago to harvesting now, it's been a journey that's proved whenever we end up, Heinz tomato ketchup will still be enjoyed for generations to come. In space, we have a saying. It's not about food, it's about the sauce. We could choose what food we wanted to eat up there, but a lot of the dishes came dehydrated and a little bit bland, so a good dollop of sauce always made your meals delicious. You know, it's
It's true.
it's neat. It's actually kind of neat. The idea of creating conditions that are like a different world and then setting them up so that we can sustain our life there. But then again, with climate change, Earth might be like Mars someday. So
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's cool, like you said. The whole shebang bang. I think that's all pretty cool. Now, that being said, I'm pretty sure this Mars catch up shit is pretty expensive, or is it cheap?
I don't know. Why don't we
Because
have
if
a
it's like
gander?
actually using uh, these Mars tomatoes, then I'm pretty sure that's they can, whether they choose to or not, as a business, they are well within their rights to charge copious amounts as greedy fucking, you know, companies. But
Yeah.
if they decide, no, let's be nice and just give, sell this at regular prices or maybe slightly higher, then that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. I mean the process and stuff probably be expensive. They're not actually having them up for sale yet, it looks like.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say that, Sherry.
what you say?
All scientists spend so much time thinking if they could, they never thought if they should.
Yeah, that's the way that works sometimes. It makes me wonder too,
Yeah.
how you emulate conditions specifically for a different world. You get the idea, you get some of the atmosphere, some of the compounds, components, blah blah blah. But what is the chance that they get there and they find out that our knowledge of the world is only partially correct or not entirely finished? Maybe the soils have certain chemical compounds in them that are more toxic to humans, even if like there's a 1% mercury amount or something in the soil. So then you start growing your tomatoes out there, and then everybody dies from eating them anyway.
Well, this is the T&Beaz Downer Hour. No.
All right, next story.
Everybody's dying from poison ketchup,
Yeah,
poison dick ketchup.
poison ketchup. There was a book I read a long time ago. I can't remember the freaking name of it, but it was neat because the premise was society had fallen apart and was being kind of rebuilt and using advanced technology to change humans into fantasy creatures. Like people were able to be turned into dragons and turned into
Oh
unicorns and stuff
shit.
like that, all using technology. So you were basically a robot dragon or a robot unicorn that was partially biological.
Hmm.
Anyway, but the whole end of the world came from tomatoes that had grown a gene in them that made them dangerous to humans to eat. And because tomatoes were in so many things, it's just like the end of the world was coming. That'd be like corn in America. If our
Yeah.
corn ever becomes
Yeah.
toxic,
100%. Corn or wheat?
oh yeah, corn, wheat, rice. The thing is, humanity only has a very small window of food that we eat everywhere. No matter where you go, it's like corn, wheat, rice, and then we have things like chicken, beef, and pork, and then we have sheep
Hmm.
sometimes or goat. Um, but that's like the majority staple foods of everything we eat. Think about all the fruits that we have. You got tomatoes out there. You've got your, strawberries, raspberries, grapes, all of those things.
All that shit.
They're
Yep.
the entire world uses almost all of the same ingredients for just about everything, except for indigenous individuals that live in an area that has certain things nobody else can get or that hasn't become mass marketed. So all it takes is some of that food to go evil, bad, or have some sort of
Hmm.
genetic disorder that kills it all, like in the case of the bananas. And then what do we eat? Guess we're living off cockroaches.
Uh, I was gonna say people, but yeah, let's eat roaches.
Well, we can jump to bugs before people. I mean,
Hmm.
although that might deal with
We
some of our
can, but do we have
could
to?
deal with our overpopulation problem right there. Just eat
Yeah,
people,
I mean,
everybody. Just the bad
I'm
people.
just saying.
Eat the rich.
Yeah, they're sitting there, they're fat and ready to be chomped on.
So our
Just saying.
next story: woman visits toilet at vegan cafe, finds satanic sex cult meeting.
So she went to a normal vegan cafe.
Yep, a normal vegan cafe. That's it. That's just how it goes. Those vegans, them and their satanic sex cults.
Yeah, silly satanic sex vegans.
So, a British woman has claimed she was answering the call of nature at a London cafe when she stumbled upon members of a satanic sex cult eating pork pies and Scotch eggs.
Hold on.
It's just like those are just regular people that are sitting there eating things. That's a satanic
Yeah,
sex cult.
I was like, wait a minute. Are they satanic because they're just sitting around eating pork pies and shit? Is that like, is she walk in and go, hey, what are you guys? Pork pies? Satan!
Satan!
Yeah, like,
Their heads start spinning and they start speaking in
yeah,
tongues.
she's found us out.
I mean, think about it. Pork pies and eggs in a vegan cafe. Yep. Sherry's like, so she found omnivores the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
McRibs are definitely made by some kind of cult. I agree. Those things are scary. So, this individual is visiting a Bonington Cafe in Valhall when with her brother, when she made the shocking discovery, finding 20 people dressed in black robes and carrying ceremonial daggers. That sounds more like a sex cult right there.
Yeah,
She took Twitter to share a twisted tale, learning the group were likely members of a secret organization founded by an English occultist once dubbed the wickedest man in the world. When she came back with an
Jeff
odd look
Bezos.
on her face, what's that?
No, you said the wickedest man in the world, and I was like, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. No, they still claim it was Alexander Crowley. Is it Alexander? It's Crowley, whatever his name is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep, that guy.
So what she actually found when she followed signposts to a building next door is much more bizarre. The toilet is apparently on the third floor. It feels like I'm walking up the stairs in a private home. At the top of the first flight of stairs is a landing room. It appears to be a kitchen on a table. A classic British buffet of Scotch eggs, breadsticks, cheese, etc. is laid out. The room is full. Party, except all the people there, at least 20 of them wearing floor-length black robes with ceremonial daggers, making polite conversation and chomping on mini pork pies. It's like Eyes Wide Shut meets Keeping Up Appearances. She
I mean,
claims she tapped a cult member on the shoulder to ask where to find the toilet. When she returned, the group shuffled into an adjoining room as one member announced that it was time to begin.
has she
That's it.
never been to a bar
Alistair
mitzvah?
Crowley. Do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. That's their only rule. Do whatever the hell you want.
Mm-mm.
Sounds a lot like Sparrows Fly Free to me.
Yeah,
Sparrows Fry Free. It's a
they fry
KFC
free.
organization at this
That's
point.
yeah. I was about to say that's the new deal.
It's the new
Sparrows
deal.
fry.
Sparrows Fry Free. Aleister Crowley is always to blame, and where else would he return to his world than a vegan cafe, right?
Yeah.
Dark satanic magics that don't work at all. Just like the QAnon conspiracy that JFK Jr. would return to life in Madison Square Garden.
Oh my God. Please tell the people about this, Ty. The
Oh
people need
gosh,
to know.
it's not so bad. Okay, so it's not a story we have here directly, but there was a
No,
QAnon
this is a
conspiracy.
bonus. This is a bonus
Bonus,
tonight.
a T&B Power Hour bonus. There was a conspiracy that on QAnon boards that JFK Jr. did not actually die in a plane crash, but instead had hidden away,
Oh,
sequestered himself away from the world to return at an appointed hour, where he would rise up with their hero, the individual who is truly out there to defeat the evils of the world, Donald Trump, as vice president. So JFK
all
Jr.
hell
was
Trump.
supposed to return to this location that they all had gathered around, and oh no, we forgot to change the redemptions. Thomas Sun has added someone to the roster.
Oh my God. Damn it, Thomason.
So
You beautiful man.
yeah, so they were waiting. There was hundreds of them all inside of the like Madison
Johnny
Square
Rocks.
Garden or the Central Park or something like that. And they're all just looking down the road and waiting for JFK, and he never shows up. How many things do you have to fall for before you realize that motion or that board that you're reading off is mostly just people making shit up to make you look dumb? Anyway, Johnny Roxville, dwarven guy with black hair, most likely to be a stunt show jackass. Hey, you got something for that beast? Could you be Johnny Roxville for a while?
No, because I told you the fucking thing isn't working.
Make
I'm
it work,
sad.
bees. Make
All
it
right, I'm
work.
I'm gonna try. Let's
Make
try.
it
Give me
work
a
and
second.
be some sort of rocker, and then pretend to be Johnny Roxville.
I'll be Johnny Roxville. Add to the school roster. Oh, that's for
Yeah,
Monster Hearts.
that was for Monster Hearts, which we don't have up yet. No, that was not for Monster Hearts. That one is for um
Yeah.
no, it's for Saturday. It's for Unremarkables. They're also high school students because
Oh shit, that's right.
everybody's high school students because
Whatever. It's not
Rob
like
and Anna
I'm
live
part
in
of
the
both
same
games. You
house
should
and just
know.
steal each other's, story ideas all the time. It's so
Yeah,
similar. Both of them have exactly the same story happening. It's just
they
in
do.
different settings.
All right, I'm gonna vanish for a second, guys.
Oh no, I'm now Bees. Hi, I'm Big Bees, and I like to yell at the top of my voice and be loud in the audience, and I'm scared of all kinds of things that are scary. And then I pretend to be scared of things when they show up on screen because I want to make all of you feel like I'm actually there and your redemptions mean something because I'm a nice guy and I'm not
Wow.
actually not scared at all, but I pretend to be. Ha ha ha
To
ha
be fair, 90% of them I am scared because
ha.
I am just that way. So yeah, how about that, Ty? You dick.
Oh, it's all just playful ribbing.
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna disconnect from the call real quick. Maybe that's
Oh
why it's not
God,
working.
no. Uh, hi, audience. How are you? I'm over here now. Ha ha ha. And over here now. Oh, maybe he's coming back.
I
There he
almost
is.
didn't want to come back into the call for the you just
Me being a jackass. Johnny Rocksville style.
Yeah. All right. Let me see let's see what we got here for our wonderful Damasan. Because yeah, disconnecting from the call is what fixed
Make sure he says "ya dick" hashtag new merch.
it.
I mean, if Ty was going to play beats, he should get up on that chair and twerk. I mean, you aren't
There you
wrong.
go.
You aren't
There we
wrong.
go. Let me disconnect again so we can get some tight working.
No, you don't want to see that.
I mean, the me pressing this camera button right now says differently, Ty.
Oh gosh, no, I would die. My corner is not conducive to twerking behaviors. Oh, okay. Um,
What?
you kind of look like a baby.
I look like Charles
You
Manson's
do. You're like
cousin.
Charles Manson. So give us your best Johnny Knoxville impersonation.
I can't do that because
Give me your
I've
best
watched like
one.
I don't fucking I don't like it's mainly just a lot of laughing and then screaming obscenities as he's getting fucked up.
Well, there you go. Give us you went off of a ledge and you have now fallen down and broken your ankle. Give us your best impersonation of that.
Yeah, let me start screaming at the top of my lungs and wake up my kids.
All right, fine.
But see, hold on. I in 1 second, if this stupid computer stops being a bitch. Because I have to figure out how to like do his voice, but put a dwarven accent on it
Mm-hmm.
at the same time.
Yep.
So you just go ahead and do this next
Fine.
article, and
We'll
I'll
come back.
yeah.
We'll come back to you. All right, next one. Discarded beer can helps solve a 25-year-old cold case murder. That's nice. A discarded beer can helps solve a murder that happened 25 years ago. There's an individual facing charges of first-degree murder and robbery with a deadly weapon in the stabbing death, Terrence something or other, in 1996. So let's see. The arrest reports say the witness turned around, parked at the store, looked through the window before trying to get inside, told authorities not to see the store clerk, and continued on his morning drive before calling deputies. Spotted 2 minutes. Blah 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 blah. Where's the thing? Where's the important part of this? Hmm. I did not screen this report very well. This is not a funny story. This is a horrible story. Why am I reading this? There were lots of people that died, and then there was the whole thing, and there was a there's beer cans that got tossed into a
Jesus.
dumpster. Detective collected the bag of beer cans, took them to the blah blah blah, found there was DNA on it, and yeah. Um, Yeah, that's a horrible story. We're not even gonna do that. We'll just skip to the next one, everybody. That was a bad story. Here we go. Catholic bishop who fell in love with writer Satanic Erotica now reportedly working to artificially inseminate pigs. We're back,
Mm,
baby.
there we go. Huh.
So, a Spanish bishop known for performing exorcisms, who resigned after falling in love with an author of satanic themed erotica, has reportedly found work obtaining and exporting high quality pig semen. This
Mm,
individual sparked fears among members of the clergy that he'd been possessed by the devil when the news of his relationship broke earlier this year. This individual found love with another individual, a psychologist and writer of erotic novels, who penned The Hell of Gabriel's Lust and the erotic
mm.
trilogy Amnesia. He gave up his vow of celibacy,
Whole sex.
turned his back on the church to pursue a life with the 38-year-old author. He was 52 at the time. Church colleagues told Spanish media they believed Novell had been possessed by demons, with one saying this was not a problem of celibacy, but rather of infestation. He's infested with urges. The same sources claim that Pope Francis had urged Novell to undergo an exorcism to free his troubled spirit, but the then bishop had refused to do so. So, Bishop Novell will now work masturbating pigs.
Mm.
It became a
It's
total
a
life
real,
change, apparently. God works in mysterious ways.
I mean,
Uh,
wow. You can say that again. Mm.
Look at that picture, though. That is so messed up. He's looking at that pig like, woohoo! I get to masturbate you.
That pig's like, I already knew this was happening. I've been waiting for you for an hour.
Yeah, this is just my life. Humans are wonderful.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine? Say so. Never
Mm-mm.
mind. I don't even know if we should go down
Nope,
that
nope. I
avenue.
don't think we
I don't
should.
think
I do
that's the
not.
direction we
That's
should
me
go.
saying it too, Ty.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't think we
That's.
should.
I'm tired, so my ability to determine right and wrong and good and bad stories apparently has been busted.
It's our season finale, so it's acceptable.
Right. So, what are your thoughts here? Demon, satanically possessed pastor, or just somebody who has been so repressed that they have now jumped way off the deep end?
I like to vote option C 37,000 times.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
There
100%.
is a common problem amongst individuals who happen to be so forced into certain types of lifestyles, and there is a much higher than usual amount of, we'll say, deviance that occurs in individuals in these communities. There's actually, like, Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm gonna target them specifically at the moment because for a small period of time I was one for a girl
Mhm.
a long time ago, and they actually have a period where as you become older. Oh gosh, no. Now I don't know where this is going. I don't like it already.
I just I was brought in to talk about this situation, and
What are your thoughts on this pastor?
well, one, no one ever told him about warming your hands beforehand. All right, that was a big issue. I wasn't too happy with that there. The other thing was he kept talking. Like, just get in, get the job done, and get out. I don't
We
need
don't
to.
need
I
to
don't
have
want to have a conversation
no
with you.
life conversation. You don't want to look deeply
Yeah,
into his
no.
eyes as he talks about,
He kept
it's
trying
satanic
to.
erotica while doing
He
it.
kept trying to. Now that part was fine. When he started reading the erotica, it was good there. But like just the talking about his normal day to day is where I drew the line.
Ryle,
Right.
what the fuck did I just walk into? So, yeah. So, I mean, is this a lifestyle you enjoy, Mr. Pig?
I did until that experience.
So he's ruined it for you.
Yeah. I'm what the internet likes to call a catfish.
You
You
look like
know,
a pig, though.
wow. Wow. I thought this was a safe place. I know I'd be judged immediately.
I'm sorry, I didn't
That
realize
I
you
don't
identified as
appreciate.
a catfish. I don't.
Well, you know what? I don't have to deal with this and deal with you, all right? I have 15 priests waiting to jerk me off for Satan. All right. So I am out of here.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I was saying, they have in the Jehovah's Witnesses and some other religious institutions have implemented it at various times. They have a year where you can just do whatever the hell you want. Go smoke, go drink, go have sex with people, do all the things that you have pent up inside, and then you come back and then they reintegrate you and you're done with all that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Um
how it works.
and the objective of that is to get it all out of your system so it doesn't come back and just, but it ends up having a reverse effect where individuals enjoyed themselves so much that they feel stifled and they pretend, and then they put on airs all the time, and then behind the doors they're actually kind of freaky, and they just have to
Yep.
hide that, which means that that entire time they're living a lie. People that
Yep.
are forced to be something they are not all the time then are forced to just live a lie and be dissatisfied and unhappy with life. So it doesn't matter how many smiles you put on and how many religious whatevers you say and how many times you are, trying to repent for the improper thoughts inside of your head. All you're doing is living a life that is a lie, that is causing you mental anguish and unhappiness, and then you die with the hope that it'll be better later. That
Say it
is
again for the
bullshit to
people
me.
in the back. Mm.
Anyway, live
We
this
don't just
life.
give you funny stories here. We bring the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you need to warm your hands before you jerk off a pig.
Yes. That if
I'm pretty
nothing
sure they
else
use
is taken from this
machines
show,
though,
if
so I'm
nothing
just
else
gonna.
is taken from this show, that is the PSA that needs to reach the masses. Please warm your hands before you jerk off pigs.
Or use the machines, but warm the machines. Just warm the machines first too. I mean, that's anyway. Thieves penetrated. Thieves penetrate gated Ontario property to steal $90,000 worth of condoms. I heard your wife laughing in the background.
She's on a delay, so you know exactly what part she was laughing at.
Yeah. All right. So, Ontario Provincial Police are looking for at least two suspects who early this morning busted into a rural property roughly 2 hours west of Toronto and stole a truck containing $90,000 worth of condoms and accessories. So, investigators from this detachment of OPP said they first received a theft report from an unspecified address on such and such location. The property was accessed by breaking through a fence. Once they'd entered, the investigators said that a number of unknowns proceeded to damage several vehicles that were parked at the site. So they stole skin condoms. Learned via Google
Mm.
and New York Times are specialized non-latex prophylactics that are more expensive than regular condoms. They fall under the lifestyle brand umbrella, which means they were born in Australia but sold to a Chinese conglomerate in 2017. Why is this relevant to the story, people? An Amazon
All of
description
it
for the
is.
product claims that they easily stretch and conform to your shape so that they are comfortable to use, but it couldn't have been too comfortable obtaining the truck by the sounds of it. Not as comfortable as skin condoms. No suspects have been apprehended yet, and crooks are likely hoping to get lucky by evading police altogether. Not so fast, boys or girls. Surveillance footage is being reviewed, and police are appealing to members of the public for help in identifying suspects. Conversely, anyone getting busy in the city this weekend should keep an eye out for people with an unusual amount of skin condoms on their person.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to do it. Just walk around and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Yeah, anybody here trying to have sex? Hell yeah, I am!" And whips out a briefcase full of condoms. It was
It was
you. No,
you!
like,
No, I just always carry around 1,500 condoms. You have
yeah, I
no
got a
idea when
fucking
you might
duffel
need
bag
them.
of condoms.
Reasonably, how many could you go through in a day? Don't
What do you
answer that. I
like?
don't really want to
Well, I
know.
mean, this there needs to be like what am I using them for exactly? Is it just sex? Is it like snapping off knuckle children? Am I just like using them as balloon animals?
Balloon
Am I,
and party favors. I mean, come on. You could do, you
yeah,
stick
there you
them, do
go.
the whole thing where you put it over your head
Maybe
and
it
you
was
just
just a bunch
blow.
of clowns that were down on their luck. Like
That's the question though. $90,000 worth of condoms. Where the hell are you gonna sell that to make money? Just on a street corner?
on the
Are you just
black
gonna
condom
buy?
market.
Yeah, it's like you're walking down the street with your lady arm in arm, and you're like, "Hey, tss, tss, hey, buddy, want some condoms? I got some really good condoms here. Buy them from a guy on the street, like."
I mean, that's how I get all mine. But for some reason, I still have 3 kids.
I'll sell them to you cheap. They're $1 for 100. Oh no, we got another school roster redemption.
I'm gonna fight Damasan. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna.
Catherine Fish looks like that one attractive person you know, most
Oh,
likely
God
to
damn it,
deceptively gain
Ryan!
your money. When necromancers gotta feel something warm safely. No.
Oh, oh, oh,
Gross.
there's a special place in hell for you, Ryle. Oh, and it
There
will be
is.
glorious. Yes, yes, you do.
Special place in hell for Ryle. All right, bees. Now you get to be Catherine Fish.
Oh, okay. I'm still trying to get the necromancer condoms out of my head. Give me a second.
Necromancer condoms. Well, we'll go to the next story then.
Because I'm like, do they make their own?
Brainwashing chicken. What? Brainwashing children. Right wingers attack Sesame Street's Big Bird for promoting COVID vaccines.
Wait, what?
Yeah, everybody's saying that Big Bird went and got the shot, and
Oh
then
yeah,
now it's
that
going
yeah.
to have the
Shut
whole
the
bullshit.
fuck up.
Senator Ted Cruz and other right wingers lashed out at Big Bird on Saturday after the Sesame Street
Oh
character's
my
Twitter account advocated getting vaccinated
god.
for COVID 19. I got the COVID 19 vaccine today, Big Bird wrote Sunday morning. My wing is a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy. Miss Erica R. Hill even said, I've been getting vaccines since I was a little bird. I had no idea. Big Bird added, referring to CNN journalist Erica Hill, who hosted a town hall with Big Bird called the ABCs of COVID vaccines. Cruz responded by writing above Big Bird's tweet, government propaganda for your 5-year-old. Steve Cortex, a Newsmax host, went a step further. This kind of propaganda is actually evil. Your children are not statistically at risk and should not be pressured into a brand new treatment. Do not comply. Fox News' Lisa Marie Booth accused Big Bird of brainwashing children who are not at risk from COVID. Twisted, Marie Booth wrote. How many of you out there actually know a fucking thing about vaccinations? The fact, these, I just saw your face, and can I just say, ooh la la. Anyway, do you all know? Do you all know what the, like, flu vaccine is? Do y'all know that the flu and cold vaccines that we send out every single year are made that year? Y'all know that? So, like, brand new, never been tested for 20 years. It's something that we just create based on tried and true methods that are designed to capture and fragment up viruses and then hopefully create an immune response that'll fight against them. Every single year, we come up with a brand new one of these for a new strain of influenza. And people don't die from them or, end up with mind controlled zombieitis with, chips in them that are the mark of the beast. 666, oh no. Anyway, hi there, Miss Catherine Fish. Nice to
Hi.
see you on the show finally.
So nice to see you too.
Yeah, yeah. So what?
No, I was just waiting for you to finish your little news story because it reminded me. Instead of, I'm sorry, it's there's hair in my mouth. Instead of getting these vaccines, I have a better idea. You can get some of this French appellation grapefruit manure, and it will cure
Manure?
all
Is
of
you
your
say
stuff. The
manure?
manure.
Yeah, manure. That's what I heard too.
The
Exactly,
manure.
manure.
Mineral water. And it is the
Mineral
best thing
water.
ever.
Oh,
And I'm just look, I'm gonna make a deal with you because I'm a huge fan of the show.
you are?
If you buy 4 cases right now, I'll throw in one for free. And then you can be the talk of the town as you sell it to all of your friends.
Okay, how much is this and where do I have to go? Do I have to meet you in a
No,
back
it's
alley
it's
somewhere?
very
Or...
simple. I just need your social security, your bank account information, and 3 biggest fears.
That noise was one of them. uh, Miss Fish, I'm gonna have to hang up on you right there. Good night. Have a good
Oh my
day.
god, no.
Goodbye. All right.
That was wonderful nightmare fuel.
that was
You
that.
did this, Damasan. You
This
fucking
was
did this.
Damasan's fault. House full of garbage near Toronto sells over asking for nearly $1 million. I think I got a picture here. There you go. There's your house. Look at that. Over $1 million.
Mm. Wait,
So
that house is for $1 million.
that's $1 million in Toronto.
Wow.
Home located at 4200 Perivale Road in Mississauga. If you want to look this
Zara.
up, sure. Mississauga. Sold for nearly $1 million last, whatever it was, last week. The listing for the home doesn't try to hide the current state of the property, showing multiple photos that depict rooms full of garbage, ceiling to floor. One photo shows a set of stairs that is covered in old newspapers. According to the listing, the home is in such poor condition, it isn't even safe to be viewed by buyers. Showing only from the outside, the listing said. Property sold as is. The only sustainable way to address housing affordability in the GTA is to deal with the persistent mismatch between demand and supply. Apparently, there are so many people looking for houses in this area, they're almost willing to pay anything for any property.
Wow.
If you owned a house in the area, you could be a millionaire right now, even if you were a hoarder
I'm
like
telling
whoever this
you.
person was.
Not even a house. If I got a sturdy enough fucking cardboard box, sounds like people would pay out the ass for it.
That cardboard box is your $26,000, children's whatever.
Yeah. Shit.
I live in a cardboard box behind the Wendy's, and you know what? I've never been richer.
Jesus. I can't, but I can. I can, like, I could see somebody putting it up as just like a ha ha ha,
Yeah.
but not as like leaving it there. Ugh, excuse me, like legit somebody just trying to, yeah, this is what I'm going to sell this for because it's worth this much. Like, no,
It
no,
sold for
no, it's not.
85,000 over the asking price. $85,000 extra were tacked on. And this thing is tiny. I mean, look at the inside. That's like the hallway from the main door. You can see from the outside. They've got like a garage attachment and then the two-story house, but it's thin in between those other buildings. I think it's only like 800 square feet. That's ridiculous. The
I
amount of wealth some communities have is
I give up.
disgusting. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's just you got to be born into it. And the rest of us,
Mm-mm-mm.
we get to struggle every single day to just make our
Yeah.
bills. Living week to week sucks so much. Anyway,
Yeah.
Republican primary winner
Mm-mm.
is ex-felon who never applied for the right to hold office.
Nice.
Guess
I
where
mean, that
this
makes
is.
sense.
Guess where this is from, Bees.
Well, I don't know. It would never be like anywhere near the righteous and Christian loving, believing, holy Florida. So
The winning Republican in this week's congressional primary in South Florida is a convicted felon who did not go through the state's process to restore civil rights after his imprisonment. Interviews and records show. Step is required under Florida law. Florida
and the
law for a
flat
candidate to hold political office. This individual at Palm Beach Gardens, an advertised executive and self-described America First conservative candidate, won
yeah.
Tuesday's GOP primary with 58% of votes in the heavily Democratic congressional district. It wasn't immediately clear whether the election's outcome would be challenged. This individual had served roughly 2 years total in the Palm Beach County Jail over 2007 and 2012 on charges that included felony theft, burglary, cocaine possession, obstruction and violently resisting arrest, and assault on others. He was open during his campaign about his criminal background, telling voters, "Before running from Congress, I ran from the law." He also
Nice.
promised he would be tough on crime. So what the
Wow.
fuck is wrong with you, Florida? You want someone in office so bad who is just not democratic because of this whole conspiracy going on
I
that you're
mean, that's
willing to hire someone who's
100% yes.
literally a felon who literally ah.
Yes. Yes. The answer is yes, Ty. 1000% yes. Also, Florida is about as organized as a squid being tasered while trying to open a doorknob.
That's a funny thought. You should be a squid now.
I would not stoop down to let me see if there's a squid here.
Look up the mayor, maybe former mayor of Newport Richey. Yeah. Did he send his army of meth crazed attack squirrels
Ooh.
against his opponents? Maybe. I mean, how do you get away
Oh
with that?
god, these are horrifying.
You don't like your squid options?
Yeah, I love this one.
You look like a
See,
circle to me.
it's gonna work eventually. Nope, did it just break the thing?
There it
Oh,
is.
there we go.
Oh, your Squidward.
Mm, yeah. This is about as good as it's gonna get.
It even does your hand.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's terrible. Mm.
So, what are your
Hmm.
thoughts on having a convicted felon as the primary winner?
I mean, it's Florida. They could have found someone worse. That's the worst part about it. Or, mm,
Oh no, you're
mm,
the weird
oh,
sexy guy.
oh yeah. Don't hit it, Tyson.
Why is there a tentacle
Uh,
on
uh,
your
uh,
face?
uh, uh,
Please don't do that.
uh, uh.
Apparently, you've taken a holiday to where the pigs go.
Yes, it's the same priest. His hands are already warm.
It's from the pigs. Let's just nope that out of here. And
Now
so
we have this
that
one.
that literally, this is okay,
No,
audience. This is the view from under the pig. I think.
yeah.
um, get that X-rated thing out of here. That is enough. That is enough.
You asked for this time.
I did not ask for that.
You wanted a squid.
That wasn't a squid. That was
That's as good
that
as you're gonna get
was
on Snapchat.
that was a fake dong on screen on your face. Oh, now your body is there. Oh, what the
No,
hell is
oh,
going on with this? You're
no,
too
it's
close
stupid.
to it,
This
maybe.
one's
I don't.
dumb.
We're just getting a
No, it's
groin
just
look.
dumb.
That's some weird stuff. Okay. So, everybody, we have reached the end of today's episode. Thank you for sticking through some really weird things with us, and being part of the really weird thing. Okay, and now we've got some sort of gemstone man here with us tonight. Mr. Gemstone Man, we are going to say tonight is our premiere finale episode for T&Beaz Power Hour. We will be returning with our next season, if you want to call it that, whatever we do with this. Sometime in January, we'll keep you all informed at that point in time as the holidays approach very quickly and lots and lots and lots of stuff is out there to do and to play and to enjoy. We are shelving a few of our shows temporarily until that time has passed. So thank you all for watching. Give them the socials, bees.
Well, you can find us on any social network that supports either RF Chaos or the big_bees or anything of the such. Until next time.
Thank you all for watching,
Slam it to
everybody.
a Slam Jim! Oh,
Oh, God! I didn't expect to see you here.
yeah!
And goodbye, everybody.